I'm Evan Goodsell. This is my battleship, the Nagato. She was Admiral Yamamoto's flagship during the attack on Pearl Harbor. She served as pretty much the flagship for the Japanese Navy from her construction in 1919 until the construction of the Yamato in 1941. At which point she was relegated to secondary service until 1945, when the war ended. Used as a test ship for the Bikini Atoll tests.
Okay. So yeah, some great history there. Take us through the design process then and kind of how the ship came together for you.
Well, I started because I just wanted to build a big ship. And so I started at the front of the ship, and I started branching out and working up, and I decided, I'm going to build a battleship, because I was originally going to build a carrier, and I said, no, I'm going to build a battleship instead. And then I couldn't decide which one to build, because there's so many cool battleships. And then I eventually landed on Nagato, because she's my favorite. And so she was originally going to be 6 feet long. Evidently, she grew, because I realized she looked really stubby, and that was not good. So then I made her longer, and making her longer made her not tall enough. So then I had to make her taller. And so far that's been working out pretty well. I still need to put lighting in, and the turrets are unpowered still. They need to be powered. And you can see there's a lot of exposed
Studs?
Studs, yeah, a lot of exposed studs on the sides that still need to get covered up. And it's a bit square, and I kind of like to change that in the future.
So is it still kind of a work in progress for you then?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So can you spin the turrets at the moment?
Yeah, all the turrets spin, although some of them don't like to.
That's how it always is, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So you've got kind of the bottom layer here, and then as you go up towards the highest section, it kind of builds up there. So what's the structure like on the inside?
Confused. At the bottom, for the hull, it is a very clear line straight down the middle for a spine with walls branching out the sides. And then as it goes up, it starts becoming pillars and hangovers and other sorts of pieces just to keep the deck from caving in.
Yeah, so when you bring it to a show, does it stay pretty sturdy here and you just get it set up and it works fine?
Well, for the most part, it stays sturdy. A few pieces, loose pieces, might come off, which is normal. This is to be expected. And then it's pretty sturdy. Sometimes pieces will separate, pieces fall off. The barrels don't stay on the turrets. It's pretty sturdy.
And you've got some great photos of the battleship here, what it looked like in real life. So talk about the process of translating those photos into the actual build here.
Well, I opened it up in a few different 3D modeling programs first to try to get a feel of how it would look in cube form. And that worked out pretty well. So I started building, and it became too narrow. And then I had to go back in and I had to check my measurements. And then I realized I was using actual cubes. And Lego bricks are not cubes, as it turns out. So then I had to say, okay, I need to add every 3 blocks, I need to add another one, because they're not quite cubes. So then that actually worked out really well. And so then I go in my programs and I build a little bit more, and then I come here and I build a little bit more. And then I did that for the entirety of the hull and the smokestack. And then the rest of it I just built by hand, just free built.
Yeah, and just kind of comes together naturally after that.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Well, thank you so much for taking us through the build here. It's very, very impressive looking here, taking up like this whole end of the table. So I look forward to seeing more updates from you in the future. Thank you.
Absolutely. I can't wait to see you in the future as well.